Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Here we go! 15 line. 15 line.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Go, now!
Second and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Humphreys. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 64 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They go play action here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Samaje Pirine, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on first down. Bacon. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
218, chop it.
Throwing again. Bacon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Bacon. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Okay. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
2nd and 6. That one into the hands of Kane. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, Bacon. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
To throw again, Bacon. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deon Kane, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
45 to Mike.
Here's Prescott. And down he'll go at the 25. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Prescott to throw it. It's complete to Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Off play action. Bacon fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Bacon. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bacon. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Let's go, boys.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened in the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 22, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
45. Mike, 45.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bacon. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Now!
29 is Mike 29.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bacon. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
Hey, pick your game up. 29 is Mike 29. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the
Now.
Operating from the gun. Bacon. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Yes, yes.
Gonna give it to Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On 3rd down, here's Love. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. And have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Prescott on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. To throw is Prescott. He finds Robinson.
Prescott's pass complete to Demarcus Robinson. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 3, check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st down, Prescott. This is Butler making the catch. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at the 3. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balance.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie! 10.
From the gun, Bacon. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Off the play fake. Bacon. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go! 50, plant. 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bacon. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. We're going to 54.
Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott down. He's got his tight end Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Let's go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jarrett Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Prescott. Robinson's got it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrett Davis, his 2nd sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 65 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bacon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This will be caught inside the 10. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Back to throw. Bacon, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Pollard again. And he lost the football. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Going to 52.
Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch out.
Go to 54. Why?
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Man, I got you.
Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Love again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off play action. Bacon slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Here's Love. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. This is caught by Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
46.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. 30 base.
They'll run with Love. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Love, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Protein spill. Hey, exit. Go.
Operating from the gun. Bacon. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bacon. Over the middle, complete. That's Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about